Oh, for God's sake.
Can you mute it? What are the people going to think of us?
They're going to think we just sat through a real shitty Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode, and now I'm trying to distract myself with some Fallout there.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? We're happy.
Hey, everybody. Sean's not happy. He's
Not
lying.
happy. No. I'm never happy.
I've seen you happy like once.
It was a lie. So, Jared, what did you think about this episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Meh.
Yeah.
Like very, very meh. I'm tired of fillers, guys. I'm super tired of fillers.
Well, I hope you're ready, because this is going to be a lot of them. And this is coming dangerously close to what I predicted, with it being a 3-story season.
I don't know, man. If they keep running fillers, like, I feel like we're not going anywhere. Like, we're crawling with this. Like, we were running with this story, and now we're crawling. Like, we got one filler, which was okay, because it did everything I wanted it to do. This week's episode, I'm just very meh. I don't really care.
Right.
There was...
How many stories involving the LMD have this LMD crisis gone through now?
I don't know.
4?
Probably.
So I would estimate we have about 4 more, and then we're going to go into the 3rd batch. Mark my words. That's my big prediction, and that's about all I have to say about this episode. That nothing really relevant happens.
I do want to give a shout out to Devontae Smith. It's the person I had the conversation with a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
You hit the nail on the head. He was completely right.
Turns
about
out he or she
was completely right.
They were 100% right, which I
good job.
Completely admit.
Yeah, they hit the nail on the head with that. Besides that, we got a lot of... The only really character development we got... We saw
Fitz pull off something amazingly dangerous.
Yeah, we did.
He's really lucky he paid off, because if he was wrong, it would have fucked him up bad.
I think that's the only thing about this week's episode I particularly cared for. Like, we kind of got to see a little bit of, like, Fitz and Gemma clashing,
right.
But it wasn't out of character for either of them. It was
right.
Gemma's just like, you're kind of obsessed, and he finally just, like, gets to a point. He's like, it's not an obsession, it's an investigation. Something's not right, and I know something's not right, and you just have to trust me, because, like, she was like, you turned Data's head back on, and you activated cameras, and that's why Coulson and Yo-Yo got caught doing what Coulson and Yo-Yo. But it was because
Turns out it's an even dumber explanation.
Yeah, okay, so the Doctor has placed his own LMD in S.H.I.E.L.D.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's got like 8 more of these fucking things.
So he has his own LMD of himself, and it was telling the Senator things it was viewing through Robo May's eyes. Because the Senator,
I guess.
I know doesn't know about Robo May. But the Doctor now went to the Inhuman Hater for, like, safe haven, I guess, because S.H.I.E.L.D. wouldn't give him the Darkhold.
Well, she's not going to do it either.
Well, finally, we have somebody being intelligent and going, hey, he's the bad guy. Fitz!
Oh, yeah. Well,
Fitz.
again, the only reason he actually was able to confirm this is he walks in and shoots the guy in the head.
No, they arrested him on what Fitz said.
Was it?
Yeah, because Fitz said it, and then they went and got the LMD, and then that's when Fitz was...
You're right.
You're right. He said something to Fitz, and Fitz was like, okay, yeah, that's robot talk. Bam! Right in the head.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just one of those things I looked at and was like, I'm really glad that you were right there, Fitz.
Yeah.
If you're wrong...
I'm at the point where I don't question what Fitz or Gemma does, because they seem like the only
that is my
characters.
big problem, is this show has started demanding that I not think. and I can't do that. I'm sorry. You can ask me to suspend disbelief,
well,
and that's fine.
I
will suspend disbelief
thinking,
all day.
It's like, I'm just kind of like, oh no, I guess I'm on the Fitz and Gemma train. Like, I pretty much just trust what they say. It's like,
right, but again,
when they butt heads a little bit, I'm like, I wonder which one, like, whose side do I take? But
well, that's the character side.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, an overall principle for the show at this point is I just can't think. Because if I think about virtually any part of this, it all tumbles to pieces because none of this makes any fucking sense.
Yeah. I liked where Robo-May was headed, and now I don't like it anymore. They completely just kind of backtracked. Now we know, like, why Robo-May is Robo-May and why she thinks like she does, because... Right. Like, Ada just pretty much copied her memory right over into this robo-brain, I guess you can call it. So she's doing everything, and then she's pre-programmed to find the Darkhold and not hurt the Doctor.
I guess.
Like, it looked like Robo-Man was...
Do people know she's an LMD now, or...?
No, because... Coulson asks, he's like, what are you doing here? And she's like, I heard Fitz, I came to get the jump on him. And she won't...
I must have spaced out at that point. My lack of care just plummeted, so...
I don't like the little, like, mental simulation they have her in now, either.
I thought the training course was actually a really clever variant of that.
The training course was clever, but then, like...
Yeah, the one where it's like, oh, now she can... be happy about this thing that sort of defined her, and she made peace with this.
Yeah, and now it's like...
it's character backtracking.
Also, the very...
Which, don't get me wrong, I understand the idea that she would have wanted a more peaceful outcome. She wanted an outcome that didn't involve her killing a kid.
Yeah, definitely.
But this was something she...
It very much defined who she was since season 1.
And she has come to accept this.
Yeah.
She understood, she did what she had to do. She regrets that it became what she had to do, but she doesn't regret the fact that she did it because she saved lives, which is what she was there to do.
Well, this is also, like, that's where we met her on season 1. We met her directly after that. When
it
she
was hot off the heels of it, yes.
Well, yeah, when she had quit and become
which I think is
a desk agent.
Probably one of the biggest blunders for this show was giving that kind of a backstory and reason. It would have been much better if it was just something that it was very, I don't want to say ill-defined, but very, very shrouded in mystery to the point where everybody else is just like, yeah, I heard about what happened there. Jesus, I can't believe that went down like that.
Well, no one really knew the story. Like, they all heard different versions of it until the actual story came out, like 2 or 3 seasons later. I don't remember when.
Well, we're in the 4th season now, so it'd have to have been 1 or 2.
I think it was season 2 is where the story...
But
yeah, it's when they started talking about Inhumans and getting into Inhumans when... It was season 2.
Right. But yeah, I thought it was like, well, I guess, yeah, that's kind of interesting, but at the same time, that can very easily be used to write in large problems in the series, and this is exactly what we're coming into.
And we find out they have slowly and steadily been writing a very Coulson May love story, and I hate it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like they're not subtle about it either. It's like now Yo-Yo's like, well, what about you and May? It's like, could you be any more like, they're gonna fuck. They're gonna fuck. They're gonna fuck. But first,
It's really interesting you bring this up because I was listening to Movie Bob. He's another internet reviewer out there. I was listening to him do a review of season 3, I think, of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And he said he was completely on board for the first couple of seasons. He didn't like Ward being the basically dry as boring as wallpaper guy that they had, and he hated the whole Sky and Ward relationship thing because that was really stupid from the get-go. But it all came back and flipped and subverted your expectations with what was going on. It's like, holy God, yes!
It really
Brilliant!
did, yeah.
And then somewhere along the way, it all became about the relationship. It was Sky's relationship with Ward. It's May's relationship with Coulson now. And it's just devolved into essentially pleasing the shippers.
The only relationships that are written well in this show, I think, Daisy and Lincoln were very, like, that one was better written.
I never liked Lincoln. I'm gonna be honest. Well, I thought he was what Ward was for the first season, but he doesn't have a payoff with that later.
He was just kind of one of those characters that was just kind of there. Like, he had a little bit of payoff. He served a small purpose, but him and Daisy's relationship was super slow, and, you know, they never even said "I love you" until he died. So
some might say it didn't need to happen at all, but whatever.
And then there was... I think Ward's relationship with that one girl that just drove him batshit, I kind of enjoyed that. But that wasn't...
Wasn't she supposed to be Enchantress?
No. That was, she was like Agent something. I don't remember, but like...
No, not the crazy one that had the face hologram thing melted onto her, but... This is like early season 2. When they were dealing with the Asgard thing.
That was season 1, bro.
Was it season 1?
No, that was, it wasn't Enchantress, it was like Enchantress's little sister. Or
I guess.
something along the lines of Enchantress. They were hinting at Enchantress, but it was like her little sister. I did my research on that one.
Okay.
That was season 1. Now, besides that, like, Yo-Yo and Mac, everybody kind of saw it coming. We got a little bit more of Mac's backstory, which... I don't think
this is another thing. I tuned out the second they started fighting about this, because it's like, all you had to do was say, yeah, I went to kind of grief visit my ex because our daughter died.
Well, that's essentially what they did.
I know, but you didn't have to have this whole build-up where it's like, I can't tell you, it's got to be mysterious. It's like, just start out with like, yeah, listen, a while back, I lost a kid.
Gotta go grief.
Yeah, it would have been her birthday today. Usually, we get together and kind of help each other through it on this day. It's just going to be one of those days. I just got to do this, and it would have been like, oh, okay, that's actually really nice.
Yeah,
it shows them being people and communicating, and instead, it's just like you're being guarded. You're a spy. You're being guarded. It's like, yeah, he has secrets. Get over it.
Yeah, Mac is one of the better written characters on this, because he's just kind of very forward.
He was, and I really liked him. Lately, though, it's been getting to the point where it's just so blunt.
I think, yeah, they're kind of using him this season, it seems, just to make points and or like do a joke here and there. I feel they've pretty much stopped writing character development in everybody.
Right.
Daisy a little bit. She has a little bit. Mace a little bit. Coulson a little bit. But it seems like Coulson and May are headed towards this relationship thing. And here's where I'm calling it right now. Robo May's going to try to pursue the relationship. Then Real May's going to show up and they're going to fight each other. Coulson's going to have to kill Robo May. It's going to affect him emotionally or some shit like that.
You're probably right. You know what would be a really great twist that I don't think anybody would actually see coming? If May and Robo May meet up and they're like, you know what? We're the exact same person. We know what's going on with this. I accept what's about to happen. And they just go their separate ways. And it's like...
I would love to see... Like,
I would sit there and be like... Thank you!
Like a wondering...
Fantastic! People.
Like a wondering, like, LMD... Like, the Robo May becomes like a wandering LMD superhero. I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
She goes out to try and find her own identity, and we could have a cool spin-off show. with the very first live-action Chun-Li out there kicking ass.
I had almost forgotten about that.
You almost forgot about the most amazing movie of all time? Sir, you are a loser.
I forget that Mignon One was the original Chun-Li.
Yes, she was.
I try to block out most things Jean-Claude Van Damme has done. I will put it like that.
Well, here's what you do. You don't look at it as a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. You look at it as a Raul Julia movie. Because that man stole every scene.
Yeah, he did. Oh, man, he was...
It was Tuesday. One of my favorite lines ever. But getting back on track, I don't think this is going to be... I don't see this show finishing well. As a matter of fact, I see it finishing very poorly and very soon.
I think Inhuman, I think either you're right with the LMD thing and it's gonna wrap up and they're gonna go into a third part, or we're gonna get like a very weird LMD watchdog. Especially with the professor going to the chick now, it's gonna be like LMD S.H.I.E.L.D invasion.
Probably.
There's no way he can replace. Like I was saying, we might have like an LMD S.H.I.E.L.D Civil War type thing. That's not going to happen now. That can't happen. Right. He does not have the means to go in and replace anybody now.
No, here's
if Robo May starts knocking people out and then dragging them off, and then they come back a couple hours later after. May's gonna have to log when she takes this fucking Quinjet out and where the fuck she's going and why these
they just walk back in. Good day, fellow human. I am also human. Please accept hug as humans do.
Well, now that Fitz is we know Fitz can kind of spot most androids, and that Gemma can definitely spot them. I don't know why no one's gone. Everybody's been like, "Man, are you okay?" It's can somebody just figure out she's a robot?
It would be nice, but again, we're all about the relationships in this show. It's not about plot or characters.
I'm so done with relationship shows, though, dude. I don't understand how half of TV is on TV today, because dude.
Because it appeals to the lowest common denominator, and the lowest common denominator doesn't give a shit about storytelling or craft or expertise. What they care about is seeing who gets who.
Dude, some of these shows have become so obvious. I'm they're about to fuck.
My ass.
They're about to fuck. Those two, them right there.
Well, I mean,
Trudy gets mad because shows we watch, I just sit there and call it. I'm I'm on my phone playing a game or something. I'm those two are gonna bone in 2 episodes, and 2 episodes later, she's like, well, "How do you do this all the time?" And I'm it's very obvious. I've become so jaded with TV because of you.
After a while, after so many times you see it, it's just give me something new and refreshing. And I really think this show is not going to last much longer for this, which is very sad.
This show too.
It started out real strong. It had a really great presence. It had really great ideas, and unfortunately, it just does nothing with them. And which is damn sad because I really don't want to see this thing go the route that so many others have. I want to see them include. This is something I have a problem with both Marvel and DC at this point. I want to see them include the Marvel cinematic stuff with them. I know there's a whole big thing with the guy who bailed Marvel out of bankruptcy so many years ago, but is basically just this giant bag of dicks that sits in his little reclusive house and says, "No, the comic books is the kids wrote. The TV is the kids wrote." And then look this dude up. He's fucking insane. But I understand that he's the main standing problem in this, but God, we need them all
connected.
Well, they're supposed to be, but they're only in the loosest sense as possible because for whatever reason, this insane person is running fucking Marvel Comics and TV show.
Here's what needs to happen with this show. Well, I think it needs to leave TV.
Here's the thing: if it can stay in TV. But it has to be the smaller portions of the larger one. Essentially, it needs to pick up the table scraps that the larger portions fall or let leave. and they take those and they kind of make it into a nice goulash.
Kind of like Season 1 did?
Kind of like Season 1 did. And that's what it needs to be. It needs
Civil
to be the
War
thing that...
saved, or not Civil War, but Winter Soldier, as much as you hate that movie,
as much as I hate
that
it,
TV show.
It did.
It saved
which
Agents
is the
of
reason
S.H.I.E.L.D.
that I hate that movie, actually. But, yeah, it essentially needs to be the thing that weaves the movies together, like, in the little in-between parts. Not like the Doctor Strange running into the X-Men or something like that, but it needs to be the version that handles the little fallouts.
I think it also needs it needs Defenders crossovers. Like they definitely. That's why I'm saying if this show doesn't last on the air, put this motherfucker on Netflix and have them go and meet the Defenders. And because I mean, come on, there is a man and a woman with superpowers tearing up Harlem and Hell's Kitchen. There's no fucking way S.H.I.E.L.D. wouldn't be all over this by now and been like, hey, we need you guys to sign some papers.
And
you
know,
there's
dude who's using his superpowers to cheat the justice system.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you telling me the Supreme Court justices aren't going to look into that bullshit?
Yeah, it's like you guys have some Sokovia Accords that you need to sign. Like, even Daisy was there to sign the Accords in this episode.
Right.
And they were all like, well, why are you doing this? Why are you doing... Like, man,
God.
I fucking
Talbot
hate
pissed
this.
me off.
Dude, Talbot didn't piss me off as bad as I hate this senator so much.
No, the senator was written the way the senator is supposed to be written. Talbot, however, is written... He's either one of two things. He's either just so fantastic... He's either the super gung-ho Patton-esque general...
Yeah.
Or the super condescending armchair general that is virtually in every movie that a loser has to rise above.
And he goes back and forth.
And he goes back and forth between these two.
Too much.
And it just makes me so mad. He's sitting there, he's like, the spy business is bad. You can't just spy on our own people. I'm like, motherfucker, you work for the U.S. government. You're going to sit there and tell me you haven't authorized a black op or two? Thunderbolt?
Yeah, and then it goes to, like, I've been on your side since day one. I believed in you and no one else. And it's like, no, you didn't. Yeah, it's like 10 seconds ago,
we have 2 seasons! Where have you not?
It's like, oh, man. Like, they kidnapped my son. Oh, I don't care. Talbot, come on, dude. Like, duh.
Yeah, I don't...
It's a shame, too, because I really like the actor. Like,
he's fine. I think he's a good actor.
I love Nathan Petrelli. Like, he's still Nathan Petrelli to me. Like, he will always be Nathan Petrelli.
This is a shit role. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really much left to talk about this thing. I mean, we
covered Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
We covered
the Yo-Yo Mac relationship. We covered the May and Coulson relationship. We covered the Fitz and Simmons relationship. We covered the Senator and the Doctor relationship. I don't know his name. I don't care. I'm just going to call him Dickbag from now on.
This is the one character. Like, we know everybody's name except this guy.
I don't care about him. I haven't been given a reason to care. He's just random-ass bad guy at this point.
Yeah.
He's not clever. He's not super smart. He's like, oh, I'm just this guy. Oh, I betrayed my friends, and now they want to kill me. Better run to the senator who's racist. And it's just like,
this show's guys, you gotta do something to save us, man. Like, we're the biggest nerds on the, well, not biggest nerds on the planet, but we're some pretty big nerds, and we love all things comics, but you gotta give us something to work with, man.
There's a black nerd out there who's way bigger than you and me both combined.
Shout out to Black Nerd Comedy, Andre. Love that guy.
You're a cool guy, Andre.
Love your work. But his channel's awesome.
Yeah, why are you watching us? Go watch him.
No, come back and watch us, and then tell him that we said something about him, and then we can get a collaboration going. That's what we want.
Yeah, we'll fly you down to bumfuck Arkansas and let you sit in my bedroom and talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Dude, I'll drive to California. I don't give a damn. Let's go. The road trip.
I'll work.
Yeah, dude. I think that's pretty much it until next time, guys.
Yeah. like I say, I don't really have any predictions for the next episode. I just have the overall prediction that this is probably going to end. This storyline is going to end about another 4 episodes out, and then it'll cut to a third one, which will be the final 8 episodes, and then it'll just kind of putter across the finish line. And if that's the way it all goes out, I hope this is the last season. Because if they try and pull another season of this crap out, it'll just be even more evident that the writers are completely and totally burnt out of ideas. Yeah. And you really need to keep somebody else out.
That's terrible. With every other Marvel property is doing something decent. It's terrible that this show has gone the route it went. I'd love to see... It needs some sort of redemption, but there's not enough. There's not a Marvel movie anywhere to throw at that redemption bone.
Unfortunately,
like the first season had. Y'all need to pull something out of your ass, or you need to go straight the fuck to Netflix and hang out with the Defenders. That's all I have to say about it.
Honestly, there's not a lot left to say.
Sorry we were so depressing, but we'll see you guys next time, and hopefully we'll be happy. Later, everybody.